the other end of the spectrum is he becomes a casualty of war even if he lives. So, unfortunately for us, the book ends before that. We get to see the ugly side of what this war did to him. But there's enough of a picture in this story to show us there's nothing romantic about it, even though our movies romanticize it. Except for one. In a sense it still did, but the first 5 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, there's nothing romantic about that. It's about as real as it gets. I did not know what I was going to see with that movie. It was right before it was the same year that I think it was the same year that I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. I didn't know I had it. I had no idea I had it. I had no idea what it was. But I went to that movie with my family, and oh my goodness. I look back and it's kind of funny, but I was traumatized. I was so caught up in that first 5 minutes that it stayed with me the whole movie. That first 5 minutes for me was a real experience. That was tangibly real for me. And that did a good job of depicting what it feels like to be under fire and to be in battle and to be fighting, trying to survive, period, just trying to get out alive. It's a hideous movie, the first 5 minutes. All right. Abominable, that's a really good word. I bet that would be a good word to look up, and so would spasmodic, apparently. Kind of shows the spasm in all of this. And cur-like, that's even, what's a cur? And of course, lugubrious, that would be a good word to put on a test, wouldn't it? Lugubrious. Doesn't that sound like a really good word? Lugubrious? I don't want you guys to ever forget lugubrious. Where was lugubrious?
Yeah.
In the book.
Which chapter?
I don't know.
15.
15. What page?
I don't know.
You know what I'm going to do next year? I shouldn't do it. You got next book. You're going to write down the sentence or two.
That would actually help.
That would be helpful.
Instead of
The
just
Lugubrious
grab-
is on the first paragraph of chapter 15.
Lugubrious? Okay. Do you remember that song of Morales that has lugubrious in it? It's in one of his first 2 albums, CDs. It's interesting. It's in there. Alrighty. Amanda, take us away. The winds of, I think we're on the winds of battle, are we?
Yes. Yeah.
The winds of battle had swept all about the regiment until the one rifle, instantly followed by others, flashed in its front. A moment later, the regiment roared forth its sudden and valiant retort. A dense wall of smoke settled slowly down. It was furiously slit and slashed by the knife-like fire from the rifles. To the youth, the fighters resembled animals tossed for a death struggle into a dark pit. There was a sensation that he and his fellows at bay were pushing back, always pushing fierce onslaughts of creatures who were slippery. Their beams of crimson seemed to get no purchase upon the bodies of their foes.
Stop. What does that mean? Right there, that first sentence. Their beams of crimson seem to get no purchase upon the bodies of their foes. Okay, so already used. Have you ever, Amanda, have you ever seen a rifle shot at nighttime or near nighttime? Or a shotgun? Okay. There's always a muzzle blast. It's a flash of light. So, and then in the olden days, back with these rifles, there would
Seen
be
it
the.
during the day.
Have you seen the flash? Oh, really? Okay. So that's what he's talking about. So, okay, so those are the beams of crimson. and they seem to get no purchase. What is purchase? What does it mean to purchase something?
To buy,
To buy it. So it seemed to have no power. To purchase is, you have to have power to purchase. You have to have money. Money's power. Purchase seems to have no power upon the what?
The bodies of the foes.
So what is he saying?
They weren't able to shoot. They weren't able to shoot the enemy.
They were shooting, but what was happening?
They weren't able to kill
They
them.
weren't hitting. Yeah, they weren't able to kill him. They were, what is, okay, so the victim, what is he saying in this passage? They're like what? The enemy, what are they?
Bigger and better.
Huh? Go ahead.
They're the bigger and better. They can't be killed.
Yeah, and what about them though? What quality do they have?
They were slippery.
They're slippery and they're what? What else?
creatures.
Creatures, they're animals. He uses animals, creatures, and slippery. They're just elusive. They're animal-like and they're elusive, and we can't seem to stop them. Our bullets don't even have no power to them. It's like they're almost godlike. All right? So we're not getting anywhere. So that's another frustrating part it's having. They continually keep getting beat up. When you get beat up and 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 beat up, it gets old. And you feel like, now this is, so the language in this book is so real. He did such a fabulous job. So it feels like you get to the point, so this happened to me. This did happen to us. It happened to, not just me as a person, but our company. It's finally like, just come out. You chickens, come out and fight like a man. Let's get in a ring. Let's box. You keep taking cheap shots from the underbrush, from a hideout. You take a few shots, you hurt a few of us, and you run away. It's aggravating. It's frustrating. We want them to just come out and fight like a man. Quit being a wuss about this. Get out here. Let's get in the ring. Put on the boxing gloves. Follow me? So he's getting to that point. It's like he's just building up to this enormous powder keg of energy inside of him that is wanting a fair fight. Let us at you. And they keep losing. Remember he keeps saying they have what kind of luck? What's their luck? It's bad. Yeah. It's kind of like if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all, is what he's saying. If we keep getting bad luck. We keep getting moved here and there, and every time they move us, we get beat up and forced back. And it's like, if we, why don't you put us where we can win one? Is what he's saying. He's frustrated. And they all are. And they really want to kill the general. That's what they want to do. I felt that way. I felt generals are idiots. But they know what they're doing. They're not idiots. But just that it costs human life to win war. Go figure. Okay.
The latter seemed to evade them with ease and come through, between, around, and about with unopposed skill.
Unopposed skill. They just elude the shots from their rifles.
When an agreement occurred to the youth that his rifle was impotent, goodness sakes.
You know what that word means? Impotent? Why are you underlining it? Do you know?
It's in the, I can't remember where it is.
It's useless, right? Yeah.
It's used mainly of fertility. It's a male who can't breed. It's what it refers to, because you guys know can't do it, can't get the job done. I don't know how you not able to impregnate. That's it. Okay.
He lost sense of everything but his hate, his desire to smash up hope, the glittering smile of victory which he could feel upon the faces of his enemies.
He lost sense of everything. But what?
His hate.
his hate. So now that's paramount in his life. Hate. Revenge. Okay, let's go.
The blue smoke swallowed line curled and writhed like
Right.
like a snake stepped upon. It swung its end to and fro in an agony of fear. The youth was not conscious that he was erect upon his feet. He did not know the direction of the ground. Indeed, once he even lost the habit of balance and fell heavily. He was up again immediately. One thought went through the chaos of his brain at the time. He wondered if he had fallen because he had been shot, but the suspicion flew away at once. He did not think more of it. He had taken up the first position behind the little tree with the direct determination to hold it against the world. He had not deemed it possible that his army could that day succeed, and from this he felt the ability to fight harder. But the throng and surged in all But the throng had surged in all ways until he lost directions and locations, save that he knew where lay the enemy. Did I read that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. He knew where the enemy was.
The flames bit him, and the hot smoke roiled. The flames bit him, and the hot smoke roiled his skin. His rifle barrel grew so hot that ordinarily he could not have borne it upon his palms. But he kept on stuffing cartridges into it and pounding them with his clinking, bending round. If he aimed at some changing form through the smoke, he pulled his trigger with a furious grunt, and if he were dealing a blow of the fist with all his strength.
As if.
Yeah.
So now he's fighting in a ring. Okay?
Can Emily pick up where I left off?
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time.
That's okay. That's okay.
Sure.
Don't feel bad. You did good.
I have something in my eye too, so.
Yeah, me too.
And too much coffee this morning.
Yeah.
When the enemy seemed falling back before him and his fellows, he went instantly forward, like a dog, who, seeing his foes lagging, turns and insists upon being pursued. And when he was compelled to retire again, he did it slowly, sullenly, taking steps of wrathful despair. Once he, in his intent hate, was almost alone and was firing when all those near him had ceased. He was so engrossed in his occupation that he was not aware of a lull.
Okay, so he's so preoccupied with his hate and his fixation on the enemy, he doesn't realize everybody else has stopped shooting. He's the only guy.
He was recalled by a hoarse laugh and a sentence that came to his ears in a voice of contempt and amazement.
Yeah, internal fool, don't you know?
Internal?
Infernal fool, don't you know enough to quit when there ain't nothing to shoot at? Good grief.
He turned then, and pausing with his rifle thrown half into position, looked at the blue line of his comrades. During this moment of leisure, they seemed all to be engaged in staring with astonishment at him. They had become spectators. Turning to the front again, he saw under the lifted smoke a deserted ground. He looked bewildered for a moment.
Can you imagine standing up there all by yourself and you're the only one that's firing, and when the smoke lifts, there's nobody out there and everybody's staring at you like, what are you doing, dude? Okay.
Turning to the front again, he saw under lifted smoke a deserted ground. He looked bewildered for a moment. Then there appeared upon the glazed vacancy of his eyes a diamond point of intelligence.
Oh,
He said, comprehending. He returned to his comrades and threw himself upon the ground. He sprawled like a man who had been thrashed. His flesh seemed strangely on fire, and the sounds of the battle continued in his ears. He groped blindly for his canteen. The lieutenant was crowing. He seemed drunk with fighting, and he called out to the youth.
by heavens, if I had 10,000 wildcats like you, I could tear the stomach out of this war in less than a week.
He puffed out his chest with large dignity as he said it.
Okay, now stop. What reference does the lieutenant make to Henry's behavior?
That's wild.
Huh? What is he?
It's animal.
He's an animal, yeah. And when animals, I learned this from my wife. When predators kill a prey, the first thing they go for is the fleshly stomach. The fleshy area down here, and they rip it open, And what she explained to me is that meat eaters want the contents of either the stomach or the intestines because there are enzymes in there that help them digest their meat, the food, the protein. I did not know that. So it makes total sense. So cats will actually wrap their bodies around from the underside an animal and grab a hold of its throat and close its throat until it passes out. And when it passes out, then they'll tear the carotid artery or whatever. And all the time they'll be pawing at the stomach if they can, because they're trying to tear the intestines out, trying to slow the animal down somewhere or another. And they want that immediate area. So he's become like an animal. He's a predator. That's exactly what he is. He said, if I had more predators like you, I can tear the stomach out of this rebel army. Disemboweling, in other words. Powerful metaphor. Don't forget that one. Could be on the test. Go ahead.
Some of the men muttered and looked at the youth in awestruck ways. It was plain that as he had gone on loading and firing and cursing without the proper intermission, they had found time to regard him, and they now looked upon him as a war devil. The friend came staggering to him. There was some fright and dismay in his voice.
Are you all right, Fleming? Do you feel all right? There ain't nothing the matter with you, Henry, is there? No,
said the youth with difficulty. His throat seemed full of knobs and burrs. These incidents made the youth ponder. It was revealed to him that he had been a barbarian, a beast. He had fought like a pagan who defends his religion. Regarding it, he saw that it was fine, wild, and in some ways easy. He had been a tremendous figure, no doubt. By this struggle, he had overcome obstacles which he admitted to be mountains. They had fallen like paper peaks, and he was now what he called a hero, and he had not been aware of the process. He had slept, and awakening, found himself a knight. He lay and basked in the occasional stares of his comrades. Their faces were varied in degrees of blackness from the burned powder. Some were utterly smudged. They were reeking with perspiration, and under their breaths came hard and wheezing. And their breaths came hard and wheezing. And from these soiled expanses, they peered at him.
hot work, hot work,
cried the lieutenant deliriously. He walked up and down, restless and eager. Sometimes his voice could be heard in a wild, incomprehensible laugh. When he had had a particularly profound thought upon the science of war, he always unconsciously addressed himself to the youth. There was some grim rejoicing by the men.
By thunder, I bet this army'll never see another new regiment like this. You bet. A dog, a woman, and a walnut tree. The more you beat 'em, the better they be. That's like us. Like a parlor man, they did. If an old woman swept up the woods, she'd get a dustpan full. Yes, and if she'll come around again about an hour, she'll get a pile more.
The forest still bore its burden of clamor. From off under the trees came the rolling clatter of the musketry. Each distant thicket seemed a strange porcupine with quills of flame. A cloud of dark smoke, as from smoldering ruins, went up toward the sun, now bright and gay in the blue enameled sky.
Okay, I was contemplating seriously having you do something with that little limerick that he throws out in the middle there, but I thought, there's 4 women and 2 guys in this class. I don't think I'll touch that. The more you beat them, the better they be. It's a little archaic, would you say? See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Oh, do you want this back, please? He's not here.
Oh, yeah, I do. You know where he is?
He's sick.
Oh, he's sick.
He's sick.
Sick.
Sick with floating quotation marks.
Yes, I got it. Sick. That means what? Sick in the head.
But worksheets do, right, understand?
What?
Worksheets do my board.
Maybe
One part into work